Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to do a quick rundown and review on the Arc Captain Pro Cut 55 or Cut 55 Pro. I've used it a little bit here. I did the unboxing video, and this thing's actually really impressive. Now granted, like I've said before, I'm not a professional fabricator, welder, or anything like that. I am a plumber that likes to do all of his own stuff, and I love spending money on tools. It's a sickness. So I'm going to grab the camera quick and I'll give you a close look at the machine, and then I'll give you a quick demonstration as to what I'm doing. I'm cutting out a light panel for the back of my truck. So this is 1/8 inch aluminum that I'm working with, and I've already done some cuts, so I'm at 35 amps. That seems to be plenty. I'm hooked up to 240 volt, my welder outlet. This thing seemed to cut just fine at max power, doing the same thing, but I kind of figured why bother if I don't need it. So I'm going to get you in here, and you can see I am at roughly 50 psi on my air. I probably don't even need that much, but I just kind of set it and forget it, and so far that seems to be working fine. I did a couple of test cuts off camera, and this thing seems to cut whatever you put under it. The gun is pretty comfortable to hold. It's got this little safety so you don't just hit the button. You see I'm just kind of laying it over the machine right now. I don't have a holder or anything set up. I'm going to make one. It's really nice. It has this little guide, and that guy keeps you at a steady distance, which for a shaky-handed guy like me, that's kind of nice. This has the feature where you do not have to make contact to start cutting, and these are the cuts that I made so far. So I just kind of traced them out for my lights and free-handed, following the Sharpie lines, and that's it. So I am going to set the camera back down, and I'm going to just show you a quick cutting out another light here. So to give you a little heads up, I am not going to be editing my videos. I am not trying to be a content creator. I'm just trying to help people out and show people tools and stuff that DIY guys might want, or even some professionals, and make it kind of obvious that I'm not getting paid to sell you on this stuff, because most of the Arc Captain videos are kind of too well organized. So I didn't want to trust them, but so far I'm pleased. So here we go. And as you can see, it just dropped right out. I didn't have to smack it out. I didn't have to do extra cuts. It cut pretty clean, for shaky hands. You're seeing this roughness, and that's probably all me shaking. If I used some kind of a template, which I probably should have made for this, because I'm doing 6 lights and it's not the last time I'm going to cut out lights like this. So I may make myself a nice template That way I can just run the guide against it and rip out holes nice and smooth like this without even, you know, tracing the light over and over. But there it is, with a coupon code. I think I had 8% off. I paid $277 for this machine, and all day long is it worth it. The only two, I wouldn't even say complaints, it's critiques about it, is this ground clamp is real chintzy, and it works fine. Like, obviously it works fine, and for a machine under 300 bucks, what are you going to ask for? The only other thing is I did use their line as a whip so that my line wasn't connected direct. And then I adapted, this is the hose that they give you, and I adapted it to my quick connect. That works pretty good, but their chintzy, you hear that? It leaks when you flex it. Their chintzy hose clamp and barbed fitting isn't cutting the mustard. I think it's just the hose clamp. I'll put a better hose clamp on it and we'll be good to go. But that's it. This thing's great, and for anybody who needs a plasma cutter that isn't, you know, chances are you're not going to run this thing constant all day long. It's not that level. But for somebody like me who's going to cut out these 6 lights and this panel and whatever, and then maybe not even look at this thing for a couple of weeks, it's awesome. I love it. I think it's well worth it, and I think you should give it a shot if this is something you want in your life. So there you go. Have a good day, guys. Buttons don't work with gloves on.